Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic, the 300-pound ballerina. We want everyone to do well. We want everyone to find success. We want everyone to feel content and wanted and loved and valued. And we want everyone to be fairly treated. However, we also know there is a move afoot today to include everyone at all cost at every ability level, and to include all people, everyone, without the contamination of criticism or pressure to perform. And while that idea works great in theory, in the real-world application of that idea, well, that idea may not be ideal. For example, there's been some recent thinking today in some arenas to promote the idea of the ballet dancer as being more inclusory. Yes, the traditional ballet body type is being challenged by some in the industry as being unhealthy and unaccomplishable, even though the current ballet body type has been around for longer than 500 years. Now, we know that historical precedent doesn't always mean things cannot change. And as we age and as we learn more, we certainly want ballet dancers of any gender to be healthy and not dying. And sure, we don't want our ballet dancers dying because they cannot eat and because they are starving. But where do we draw the line now between being a healthy ballet dancer and not serving the basic visual aesthetic of what makes ballet ballet? Ballet is not auditory. Ballet is not static. Ballet is the beauty of the body in motion, telling a human story, joint by joint, muscle by muscle. Yes, ballet is a visual art, a pleasing visual art. You watch ballet to see the beauty of the body in motion. Now, some among us do not mind watching any body in motion, but others prefer to be able to see all the movable, trainable, practicable parts in relation to the core when it comes to ballet. Now, to suggest that ballet dancers should be fit, and fit appears to be the new politically correct code phrase in ballet, where fit now means no longer skinny. Fit is now defined as lithe and long. But some people in the industry still believe that fit, lithe and long, still means skinny and starving. And that's a problem. It's a problem to suggest that ballet dancers should be fit today, because that is somehow discriminating against those ballet dancers who are not fit, or who weigh more, or who are unhealthy at a heavier weight. Now, even bringing this up, even discussing this meaning of what makes a new modern ballet body, opens up the whole can of worms, catcalls, body shaming, aesthetic snobbery. But if we choose to no longer believe in the traditional ballet body, and if we instead accept anyone into ballet and any body type into ballet that wants to dance ballet on a professional stage, where is the line now drawn between participation trophy and the professional? Or do we not want any line at all any longer? And sure, we may never see a 300-pound ballerina on a professional stage, but it does appear that's maybe where we're eventually heading with this thinking, where anything and everything goes. and the aesthetic of the body is compromised, really, by the technicality of appearing to be politically correct. Art and politics do not mix, and they have never met on good terms. Ballet is about the identifiable forms of the body in space, and if that body no longer matters in precise definition, then I wonder if the entire art is on its way to being made mutable and insignificant. And so, my human meme friend, as we ponder that notion of the new ballet body, let's talk about body building. Bodybuilding. The idea of that art, some call it a sport, but I think it's more of a sculpted art, is to create a body, a massive body, to demonstrate particular musculature. Now, does that same methodology now being applied to the ballet dancer also translate into the bodybuilder? There may have been some bodybuilders in the past who used performance-enhancing drugs, supplements to build their muscles, dying for their art, and there are probably some who are still instilled in that muscular art who are still skirting the rules to gain an edge over the competition. And so I ask you, is it reasonable to have a 300-pound bodybuilder who has no visible musculature? Is it appropriate to promote their inclusion in bodybuilding, even though their bodies have not really been built, or they've been built in a less defined way for the demonstration of the art? Is it body shaming to now have unfit bodybuilders compete on the same stage with other world-class musculature, just to be politically correct and inclusory? In America, we used to value function over performance. In any art, if you were authentic and if you did the work, you made it. However, now today, it seems we prefer the politically correct gloss, a gloss over the gritty performance, to seal the inevitability of talent. It isn't what you know or what you've done, but what norms you challenge and what standards you choose to defeat. And while that attitude can be great for crashing down access barriers, there is also still a substantial risk to evening out a playing field so much that there are no peaks or valleys, no pinnacles. Nothing matters. Everything is flat and equal. And while that is a fine idea for a community of people, I'm not so sure it serves the purpose of discovering and celebrating excellence. And my human meme friend, if we are not always striving for excellence in everything as a people, then what are we doing here? Should opera singers be required to sing the right notes? Should mathematicians know the proper numbers? Should a basketball player be of a certain height and skill? I think you see where I'm trying to go with this. Not everyone is meant to be something perfect that they can then fit into a historical niche for themselves, even if that's the only thing they have ever wanted to do or become. There is a reality to performance, and an excellence that stands beyond the single want of a solitary body. We may wish for what we cannot have, but to change the historical standards of beauty and art, just so we today might have the chance to participate and feel good about ourselves, well, that is not the right way to win the world, because that's only the path to devaluing those who have dedicated their lives to finding success on the standards of what has already been discovered, valued, and evaluated. And sure, we don't want people to feel left out or lonely, but we also must try to universally apply a predictable standard of excellence that still matters, one that is not based on money or popularity. It needs to be based on talent. Talent recognizes talent. And while that may not seem fair or friendly, it is really the only way to truly discover that one unique talent that was made to do one unique thing and one thing only in life: to find success at what others fail to complete. Life should not be a participation trophy. Life should not be about lowering standards and dimming expectations. Life must be about blazing new pathways and forging new connections and helping people see the light in your light. Because that's truly the only way to move forward. The established excellence of a history cannot be denied or debrided. Greatness is found as it arrives. Greatness is the color that it is. Greatness is only bounded by the expression of the explosion. Thank you for listening. Be a Human meme.